Okay, I'm gonna mess this up. All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right.
Say it.
Isn't that great? All right, all right, all right. That came from Wooderson.
All right, all right, all right. How you doing? Say you need a ride?
And you know, that's almost a classic.
It is a classic.
It's always going to be around.
Hi, everybody. Okay, I know I say this every time, but I mean it every time. You're gonna love this next mom. She's 87 years old, and she is spunky. She's a mother to 3 sons. Her youngest son, Matthew McConaughey, says she's a pistol, and you're about to see why. I love her.
Hello,
Hi,
Sheinelle. Come
how
on
are
in
you?
here.
So let's start with the early years. 3 marriages, 2 divorces, but all to the same man.
Oh, to the same man.
So take me back in the day. So you had your 2 sons first.
I had Mike first, where he wanted a brother. My late husband's sperm count was not strong, so that's why we couldn't have another child. And so 10 years later, we adopt Patrick. That's my middle child, Patrick. And Mike was happy. He says, Mom, I got a little brother. And then, all of a sudden, 7 years later, Matthew happened. But you know, miracles happen. I mean, and look at that miracle. I mean, what a blessing he is. This child is a gift from God. And that's what the word Matthew means, gift of God.
What was your kind of style of motherhood? Were you a tough cookie? Were you free-range parent?
I was very loving, but I was a disciplined. When I said something, I expect you to do it. I'm your parent, I'm your mother, and you have respect for me, and you do what I tell you to do. And I used to tell them, you know, when you get 18, go out in the world. But until you're 18, you are mine.
Where did you get your spunk from?
From my father, because my mother left my sister and I when I was 2 years old, and my father raised us. And he was a bodyguard for Al Capone, so he was a tough man. And we lived in
your
Jersey.
father?
My father was
a bodyguard
for Al Capone. Yeah.
So you can't help but to be tough.
No, so he raised us to be tough.
Here's my question. When you have 3 little ones, right?
Yep.
At first, you're just trying to make it. But then eventually, they start to have their own little personalities. How do you foster them?
I've never had any problems with them. Now, let me tell you something. They're not perfect. I'm sure that they did stuff that I didn't know, and I'm glad I don't know it. I mean, there's some things parents don't need to know. But they were well-behaved and pleasant to be around.
When did you realize for Matthew that this boy has a gift? Like, he's good.
Well, when I saw how natural he was, you know, I mean, my favorite is the Lincoln Lawyer.
Well, that's it, Lois. I got you off. Time to find yourself a new lawyer.
I've still got your gun.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna have to explain how you got it.
And he just got better and better, and that's when he knew that he did have a gift for this.
So it wasn't like high school plays
Oh,
or...
no, never. He would nobody even thought about that in our family. We were all jocks.
Did he want to be a lawyer at first?
He did. He wanted to be a lawyer, yeah, until Don Phillips saw him in a bar. And Don Phillips was a casting director, and he said, I need somebody to play Wooderson in this movie, Dazed and Confused. And Matthew said, sure, I'll do it. Once he got into that movie, Dazed and Confused, he found out he really liked acting.
I hear you like being on movie sets.
Yeah.
What is it about the movie set? Are you looking at the acting, or are you looking at trying to get in?
I wanted to have a career in acting, you know. I got to be in Bernie.
I heard.
Remember?
What was that? What was that working
Well, that was
with?
great.
I mean, give me a break. What is a woman her age wanting to do showing her boobs? Seriously. Disgusting.
I told Matthew, when we were in the scene together in this cafe, I said, Matthew, no, I want to tell you something. Just messing with him, you know, so we could get it. I said, Matthew, so don't be nervous now. Don't be nervous. Remember, you're talking to your mom. We ad-libbed we ad-libbed everything we said.
And he walked in, sat down, told us everything. Simple as that.
Well, hell. Even if he did do it, she was so mean and ornery, she had it coming to her.
That's when I told Matthew, I said, you know, I need an agent. I said, well, can I use your agent? He said, no, Mom. He said, you get your own agent. So that I didn't go any further. I didn't get to have any more.
Well, it's not. I mean, there's plenty of time. You act like, I mean, you could still do
Who
something.
the hell wants an 87-year-old woman in a movie?
Are you kidding
Tell
me?
me.
Look at you right now. You're fun.
I know, but okay, you want to be my agent?
Yes. You know what it is? It just has to be the right script. The stars have to align. I heard you wanted to be in the Golden Girls.
I did. Oh my, wouldn't that have been great?
That'd have been something. Now, what is this room? This is a memory room?
Well, this is all of the movies he's been in.
Do you ever come in here and just...
I do, and I
Be
look at these
still.
pictures and I go, boy, what a life you've had, Matthew. I mean, just look at all the movies he's been in and the people he's met, you know?
How about this one? Sexiest man alive.
Ah, yep, and that's what he says. He said they can have other men that are that, but he said he's still alive. And as long as he's alive, then he still is the sexiest man alive. So that's a great way to put it. This is Oscar night.
What was that
when he
like?
won. Oh, God. Well, you know, he didn't think he was going to. I was sitting with Jennifer Gardner. When he got it, I mean, he was so surprised, but yet, I
Were
mean...
you surprised? When they called his name, what was that like?
I was like... happy. I can't tell you how happy I was. I'm proud. Oh my gosh. And his speech was so beautiful because he said, I thank God for my talents, and then I thank my family, my mom, because he said that those were gifts from God.
They are gifts.
They are.
Now, first off, I want to thank God, because that's who I look up to. To my mother, who's here tonight, who taught me and my two older brothers, demanded that we respect ourselves. And what we in turn learned was then we were better able to respect others. Thank you for that, Mama.
When did you realize that he was a bona fide celebrity? Not just, you know, an actor that some people know, but I mean, a household name.
Yeah. And when I would go to the premieres and I would see how people would shout, you know, and, hey, Matthew, right here. But the nice part about him, though, is that he is so real. You know, there's nothing phony about him. There's nothing what I call Hollywood about him, you know. He really is a very sincere person.
How did you do that? How do you foster that in a kid?
Maybe by example. He was raised to be kind and thoughtful and honest.
Anything you would do differently?
No. Absolutely nothing differently. I mean, it's a success. I mean, why would I do something different? They all have turned out really well. Heck, they're not in prison. They're not in jail.
I'd say that's a win. Is there anything we don't know?
About Matthew?
Yeah.
Well, if it was, I couldn't tell you.
I like that.
I mean,
that is the best answer ever. My last question, what's a piece of advice that you would give us?
I have always been a positive thinker, and that's what I would say. The power of positive thinking. Use it, be it, do it, okay? When you start thinking negative, you know, it pulls you down, just like being around negative people.
Yeah, no, I know. And then when you're around positive people, it's just what you think about.
It's
you bring
the
it out.
energy they give
Yeah,
you. The
absolutely.
energy they give you. Yeah,
Thank
God
you
is good.
so
Hey,
much.
life is good.
Life is- Amen.
Life is good. Okay, give me a hands
on.
up here, girl.
Come on.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.